Dear learners, I welcome you to this module which will help you to understand the Michaelis-Menten equation. This is a very important equation in enzyme kinetics. First of all, let us understand what enzyme kinetics is. Kinetics word is actually related to energy, and whenever we try to find out anything which is related to the rate of reaction or the speed of reaction, it comes under enzyme kinetics. The enzyme kinetics is mostly influenced by a very critical factor, and that is the substrate concentration. So here you have to always remember that substrate concentration has a very big impact upon the enzyme kinetics. So to understand enzyme kinetics, the initial approaches which were done by scientists experimentally was to find out the initial rate of reaction. Now, what do we mean by initial rate of reaction? When the velocity is zero, initially V0, when the reaction is going to start, then the concentration of the substrate would be very high as compared to the enzyme, because the enzyme has not started working. So whenever we try to study any parameter which has its effect ultimately upon the rate of reaction, then such responses are called as enzyme kinetics. So all the experimental parameters which when changed has an effect upon rate of reaction is studied under enzyme kinetics. So this is where we started. In this figure, you will understand what is the influence of substrate on the rate of reaction, right? So here we find that on x-axis you have Km. On x-axis you have the substrate concentration. The substrate concentration is expressed in millimoles or micromoles, and the y has the velocity, the initial velocity of the enzyme or the rate of reaction, right? When you start plotting it, you get a curve somewhat like this, right? So in this curve, it is very clear that initially the increase in the substrate concentration is increasing the velocity in a multifold manner. You are finding how it is increasing. For such a small substrate concentration, the increase in the velocity is much high. But as you go on increasing the substrate further, there is an increase, but then the steepness of increase is not there. It is increasing but very gradually. And finally, if you increase the substrate concentration beyond this, you will find that this line will meet somewhere over here, which is the maximum velocity. Okay, so the conclusion of this is that initially the substrate concentration has a very big effect upon the velocity. So this was the part from where the scientists started studying the kinetics of an enzyme. So in this figure, actually two parameters are very important. One is Vmax, that is the maximum velocity an enzyme shows when substrate is present in excess, and Km is when the velocity is half of maximum, then at that point what is the concentration of the substrate, that is called as Km. So Km is always a substrate concentration. It is not indicating the velocity of the enzyme. Okay, so let us start with the Michaelis-Menten equation. The Michaelis-Menten equation started from the figure 1 which we had now understood, and first of all Victor Henry worked upon it on the initial rate, then Woods worked upon it in 1903, and they gave a theory of combination of enzyme with a substrate to form an enzyme substrate complex molecule. This concept came from their thought, and this was finally extended into the general theory of enzyme action, which was finally converted into equation by Leonor Michaelis and Maud Menten in 1913. So this is the equation which we are trying to understand, which is about the effect of substrate concentration on the enzyme activity. Okay, so let us first understand what it is. The enzyme catalyzed reaction, as in the earlier slide we had understood, the scientists proposed that the enzyme first reacts with a substrate to form an enzyme substrate complex, and the enzyme substrate complex then breaks down to form the enzyme and the product. Now these two are the two reactions which are considered, and on the arrow the K1 is the rate of forward reaction, K minus 1 is the rate of backward reaction, K2 is the rate of forward reaction in this case, and K minus 2 is the case of backward reaction. However, in further equations we will see that K minus 2 is not considered. The reason is because it is never found that an enzyme and product, after formation of the product, they break down back into ES. It never happens. So K minus 2 is virtual here. And in the upcoming equations we will consider only these three constants, K1, K minus 1 and K2, because they are real and all the reactions takes place in enzyme catalyzed reaction. Okay. So this is the step 1 of Michaelis-Menten equation. In step 1 they have considered this equation. You see K minus 2 has been avoided over here. So this is the same equation which we had studied in the previous slide. And the second equation to start with, they have considered that V0, that is the initial velocity, is equal to the breakdown of the enzyme substrate complex into enzyme and product. So finally what is happening? The breakdown of enzyme and substrate is finally having its effect upon product formation. So the initial velocity will be equal to K2 and the concentration of enzyme and substrate. So they had one assumption they had made, that the rate of ES formation will be, how much amount of ES is formed, how you can calculate this one. How much amount of ES is formed? K1, that is rate of forward reaction, multiplied by ET. What is ET? Total enzyme which is present. Okay, here what is the total enzyme which is present? That is E total minus ES and substrate. So it is simple. It is K1 multiplied by concentration of free enzyme and concentration of substrate. So how can you find out concentration of free enzyme? You can find out concentration of free enzyme by minusing the total enzyme which you gave minus the enzyme substrate complex. The amount of enzyme which is present in enzyme substrate complex is deducted from the total enzyme. So here you will get the free enzyme. Okay, so from there this term has come. So again we will repeat this. The rate of forward reaction of formation of ES is equal to the constant multiplied by concentration of the free available enzyme and concentration of the substrate. The concentration of free available enzyme can be found out instead by total enzyme minus the enzyme which is present in ES form. Got it? Now we come to the second reaction. The rate of breakdown of ES into E and P. Okay, so the rate of breakdown of ES into E and P is dependent upon what? Breakdown K minus 1 multiplied by the concentration of enzyme substrate complex, okay, plus K2 plus the concentration of ES. Got it? So K minus 1, the concentration of ES, plus K2, the concentration of ES. So these two reactions are causing breakdown. Okay, so here concentration of this multiplied by this plus concentration of this multiplied by this will give you the rate of breakdown of the enzyme substrate complex. Okay, now we come to the second step. The second step, as I already told you, they assume a steady state where equation 1 in the previous slide and equation 2 are considered to be equal. That is, the rate of formation of enzyme substrate is equal to the rate of breakdown of enzyme substrate. Got it? This is the third equation. Now when we solve the third equation, we multiply and the left hand side of the equation and the right side is simplified. Then what you will get? K1 E total multiplied by substrate minus K1 concentration of enzyme substrate complex multiplied by concentration of substrate is equal to K minus 1 plus K2 multiplied by ES. This is a simplification of the above enzyme. You can work it out over here. Then when we add the term K1 ES and S to both the sides and simplify the equation, you get this. Okay, what you are doing, you are adding K1 ES and substrate to both the sides of the equation 4. In this 4 you added, so what will happen? K1 ES S, you are adding it, so this will be cancelled. Okay, and here you will get K1 ES S, out of which what you are doing, you are taking out common this ES and therefore the remaining term has come in small brackets. Got it? when the above equation is solved, it gives the sixth equation. Okay, what you have done, you have taken yes on one side and you have shifted all the terms on the second side. So finally you are getting K1 concentration of total enzyme multiplied by concentration of substrate, then K1 multiplied by concentration of substrate plus K minus 1 plus, so there are a lot of constants in the denominator, right? So when we combine all the constants, as I already told you, these constants can be combined together to form an expression. What expression is formed? Because substrate is the only virtual value where substrate concentration is stable, rest all are constants, they are rate reactions. So what is done over here? The enzyme substrate concentration is equal to ET, ES, and this K1 is taken, and what is done over here, the substrate concentration is separated, and all the constants together they form K2 plus K minus 1 upon K1. Okay, substituting the value in equation 8, we have taken all the constant expressions as one value called as Km, that is Michaelis-Menten constant, and Km is equal to K2 plus K minus 1 upon K1. What is K2? K2 is the rate of breakdown of enzyme substrate complex. K minus 1 is the breakdown of enzyme substrate complex into enzyme and substrate, and K1 is the formation of enzyme substrate complex using enzyme and substrate. Okay, so when we replace these constants, the equation turns into this, which is the 8th equation. Okay, rest all terms. In step 4, what has been done? The initial velocity will now be equal to, we have replaced this in the equation 2. You have to go back to equation 2 and you have to replace the terms in terms of V0. So you will easily get this K2 ET S upon Km plus S. Okay, when you simplify this using this equation, what you are using, Vmax is equal to K2 ET. This we had done in the starting. We know that the maximum velocity is equal to K2 upon total enzyme which you have used. Okay, so equation now comes that V0 is equal to Vmax multiplied by concentration of substrate upon Km plus substrate concentration. So this is nothing but the relationship between the concentration of substrate, the velocity, maximum velocity, the initial velocity, and all the constants which govern the formation of enzyme substrate and the breakdown of enzyme substrate. Now we come to another term. What will happen to the velocity when it is half of maximum velocity? So instead of V0, what we have replaced, Vmax by 2 is equal to Vmax substrate concentration Km plus substrate concentration. Okay. Then this is the phase where we want to calculate half of Vmax. What will happen to the substrate concentration, right? So on dividing both the sides, we had Vmax upon 2 in the previous equation. We are dividing both the sides by Vmax. So what has happened here? We have got half is equal to substrate upon Km plus substrate, where V0 is equal to half of Vmax. Okay, and then Km will be equal to the concentration of the substrate. So this reaction actually gives you an idea of a term called as Km, that at half of Vmax we have Km equal to the substrate concentration. So when the velocity is half of maximum velocity, then Km becomes equal to the substrate concentration. Okay, this reaction holds good for all the enzymes except the regulatory or the allosteric enzymes. They do not follow equation. Okay, so with this we complete the Michaelis-Menten equation, and I hope this equation is clear to you, and its applications are a lot in enzyme kinetics. Thank you one and all.